Thanks again for spending your Sunday night with us. I'm Sarah Horbacewicz, and I hope you got a chance to enjoy the beautiful weather while we have it this weekend, as that storm may move in later in the week. So we're going to bring in meteorologist Simone Thomas. Simone, what can we expect when it comes to Beryl?
Yeah, we've had a nice weekend. We've had a little bit of rain to our west, but most places staying dry, seeing some sunshine today. Now, as we get into the top of the work week, things are changing thanks to Beryl. We're going to see more rain widespread across the state. And again, here's another look at radar of the past hour. Like I said, some rain to our northwest and southwest that's really lost its steam. So we're going to get an opportunity to enjoy a little more sunshine with some clouds moving in through the rest of the evening. Now, that cloud cover and humidity is increasing because when Beryl makes that landfall later tonight into tomorrow, we're going to start to see that moisture increasing in the atmosphere ultimately before Beryl starts to impact here in Arkansas tomorrow night into Tuesday. So here's what we're tracking today. Can't rule out a stray shower tonight, but tomorrow we start to see more of a scattered chance of showers and thunderstorms. Tuesday becoming a little bit more widespread. I'll give you a timeline and the look at those impacts coming up in your 7-day outlook.
All right, thanks, Simone. Tonight, Little Rock firefighters are mourning the loss of one of their own. The department says Captain Robert Hild died overnight in an off-duty car accident. Reports say just after midnight, Hild and his wife crashed off Highway 365 in Maumelle, and they were the only car involved. LRFD says Hild is survived by his wife and 5 children. Right now, state police are investigating the reason for the accident. As temperatures climb higher, so do your energy bills. But soon, some Arkansans could get help from the government to make those payments. THV 11's Carter Thweet is here now to tell us more. Carter, how can Arkansans get that financial aid?
Sarah, it's a program called LIHEAP. It stands for Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. You can apply starting tomorrow. So tonight, we want to show you what this is and if you might qualify. For a lot of Arkansans, electric bills are a constant worry, especially in the summer and winter when heating and cooling costs are highest. That's why 15 different community-based organizations, or CBOs, are prepared to help out through LIHEAP. The CBO in charge of the program changes based on where in the state you are, but here in Pulaski County, it's the CADC, Central Arkansas Development Council. They'll determine if people in the surrounding area qualify for financial help to pay their bills.
It's the amount of income that's in the household, what type of utility they're seeking assistance with, and the number of people that's in that household.
Those selected for LIHEAP will get a set amount of money to help pay their energy bills for that month. If you're not sure if you qualify, this chart may help. It shows the most you can make to get assistance depending on household size.
The state of Arkansas, again, provides that list of guidelines. So if there's one person in the household, then they get eligibility guidelines for one person.
Payments are given on a first-come, first-served basis, meaning if you think you need LIHEAP, it's best to apply on July 8th when the program opens up. Applying may look different depending which organization runs the program in your area, but generally all applications require proof of income and residency, as well as copies of your most recent utility bills. For details on applying in your area, you can contact your CBO. They'll help you get started. And if you'd like to see that chart again to figure out if you might qualify, or if you want to find out which CBO to apply with, we'll have all that information on our website, thv11.com. Sarah, back to you.
When someone is arrested for a crime in the U.S., the case can be far from closed. Courts in Arkansas and across the country are still backed up from pandemic delays, meaning even when a suspect is caught, it could still be years before justice is served. Prosecuting attorney Will Jones says the time to close cases has nearly doubled.
Used to what I would say when a family came in, I would tell them, look, it's going to take about a year to get this case resolved. And now I tell them with the COVID backlog and all the numbers as high as they are, I tell them be prepared for 2 years. It could take up to 2 years for us to get justice for you.
Tonight at 10, we're bringing you more from my interview with the Pulaski County prosecutor and sharing one family's fight for justice through these delays. Now tonight in a THV11 update, after the U.S. saw a record number of pedestrian fatalities in 2022, new data shows a slight decrease last year for the first time since the pandemic. A report earlier this week from the Governor's Highway Safety Association shows drivers hit and killed more than 7,000 pedestrians in the U.S. in the last year. That's more than 5% drop from the year before, but still 14% above pre-pandemic levels in 2019. Authorities say most pedestrian traffic deaths are likely to happen at night and involve larger vehicles.
We've seen a huge uptick in people driving SUVs and pickup trucks. These vehicles have a higher, they sit higher off the ground. So when they do strike a pedestrian, they're more likely to do significant harm to that person, to their bodily organs and so forth. And people can't survive these kinds of impacts.
The group urges state officials to focus on designing complete streets that are safer for walkers, bikers, and drivers. Also implementing better post-crash care in the event of accidents. Now, just in time for your summer plans, cases of COVID-19 are on the rise across the country. Although individual cases are no longer being counted, the CDC says that infections are growing or likely growing in 43 states. Infectious disease expert Dr. William Schaffner calls this the summer bump that happened every year since 2020. After years of exposure, he says our bodies are more prepared to fight the virus, but still encourages everyone to take precautions.
Virtually all of us have had some experience with COVID in the past, whether through infection or vaccination or both. So what we call our population immunity is much better, so there are fewer severe diseases.
Updated COVID-19 vaccines will be available from Moderna, Novavax, and Pfizer later this year. The CDC recommends everyone 6 months and older should get vaccinated. And speaking of the summer, one organization is stepping in to give children struggling without a home a summer to remember. Camp St Vincent primarily serves children between the ages of 5 to 14 who are battling homelessness in Baltimore. This summer, more than 100 campers are getting to take part in sports and arts programs, field trips, all in addition to receiving academic support in reading and math. High school students and community volunteers are also playing a valuable role at the camp.
Being a beacon in the city for kids who have those financial circumstances that don't allow them to be able to have access, and then open doors for them that they can see themselves in the future doing some of the things that we provide.
Camp St. Vincent is accepting donations for different items, including snacks, bathing suits, and pool towels, so that the fun can continue all summer long. Now, Tropical Storm Beryl is moving towards the U.S. with Texas and Arkansas on the path. So we're going to bring you the latest on what you need to know about when it comes here. Simone?
That's right, Sarah. We're going to get some chances for scattered to numerous showers and thunderstorms across central Arkansas thanks to Beryl. I'll talk you through the timing and impacts coming up right after this break.